100 Facts About Naruto. Naruto is inarguably one of the biggest anime and manga series in the world. Spanning both hundreds of chapters and episodes over more than a decade, there's also a lot of lore, trivia, and facts about the series that only the hardest of hardcore fans are aware of. That's why in today's video, the Amagi is going to cover 100 facts about Naruto's world, production, and the influences behind the series. Welcome to the Amagi. In today's video, we're going over 100 facts about Naruto. Before we begin, we publish a new video every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. The Amagi's reach stretches beyond just this channel, so if you're a fan of us, please consider subscribing to our other channels and following us on all of our social media. Help us reach our goal of passing 100,000 followers on all of our accounts by the end of the year. And with that out of the way, let's get into the video. Number 1. The original Naruto one-shot manga, or Chapter 0 as it's now dubbed, is vastly different from the final story. Here, the story takes place in a more modern setting, not unlike the current state of the ninja world in Boruto. Also in this draft, Naruto was an actual fox who just transformed into a human, rather than having Kurama sealed inside of him. Number 2. Naruto's now iconic catchphrase, "Believe it," is a product of the English localization of the franchise and not in the original manga. In the Japanese language version of the series, Naruto frequently says "datebayo" to punctuate his sentences. This expression doesn't have a direct translation, but since Naruto uses it a lot to add emphasis to his statements, the phrase "believe it" was used to capture the intent of the phrase. Number 3. Naruto stopped wearing his goggles early on in the series because the creator, Masashi Kishimoto, found them too cumbersome to draw. In the manga, where everything from the clothes to backgrounds are hand-drawn, things like goggles with little detail can take up a lot of time. So while many point to the simplified designs used after the Naruto time skip as time savers, Kishimoto was already reeling things in at the beginning of the franchise. Number 4. It's no surprise that Dragon Ball, one of the most influential shonen series ever made, had an impact on Kishimoto. There are a bunch of little references to the older series sprinkled throughout the story, like the four-tailed giant ape Son Goku to Might Guy's talking turtle summon, and even a background Chiaotzu mask appearing early on in the series. Then again, it makes sense that one mega franchise would inspire and be referenced in another. Number 5. Also, if it wasn't clear already, Naruto's orange jacket is meant to pay homage to the orange turtle school gi that Goku wears for much of Dragon Ball. With how things are going, the color orange is set to be synonymous with shonen series for decades to come. Number 6. Naruto has a live-action musical adaptation. Those of you deep in the anime fandom know that it's pretty common for anime and manga to receive Japan-only adaptations, but a musical is still an interesting choice for a series as high concept as Naruto. Nevertheless, it premiered in 2015, covered the Land of Waves and Chunin exams arc, and was pretty well received. Number 7. The seal the Hyuga clan placed on Neji also changed between the Japanese and localized versions of the series. The original version features a Buddhist symbol known as a manji, which has a variety of spiritual meanings. However, as that design closely resembles a hate symbol in most English-speaking territories, it was changed to a simple X during the localization process. Number 8. Like a lot of long-running manga, the author made up a lot of the story while writing it. While Kishimoto had general ideas for the franchise and outlines for each major story arc, these wouldn't materialize until the currently running storyline was about to wrap up. Considering the Naruto manga lasted about 15 years, some improvisation is expected. Number 9. The accidental kiss between Naruto and Sasuke early on in the series was initially censored in the US release. After all, changing up anime was fairly common back in the mid-2000s when Naruto premiered in the West, and Cartoon Network likely thought the series was skirting the line already. Ironically though, this scene would appear unedited in a flashback a few episodes later. Number 10. Kakashi Hatake nearly had a catchphrase of his own. It would have been gozaru, which roughly means to be in English. It's often used to make a passage feel more poetic, but was cut early on as it didn't feel like a good fit for Naruto's setting. Number 11. Many of the toad summons in Naruto are named after famous Japanese actors. Chief examples include Gamaken, named after Ten Kakakura, Shima, named after Shima Iwashita, and Boss Gamabunta, named after Bunta Sugawara. So it looks like Dragon Ball wasn't the only other media to impact this franchise. Number 12. Might Guy, Rock Lee, and Metal Lee are all references to Bruce Lee, a famous martial artist and actor who sported a similar haircut to the three. Number 13. Rock Lee's connection to Bruce Lee is made even more apparent in the Guardians of the Crescent Moon Kingdom when he uses nunchucks in a fight, just like the renowned performer. Number 14. Might Guy's father, Might Dai, however, is based on Kishimoto's own father, who passed away close to the only chapter in the series where Dai appeared. Number 15. Naruto also badly censored some underage drinking. During Lee's fight against Kimimaro, the taijutsu specialist drinks some elixir to help treat the injuries he received during his fight against Gaara. That's only in the dub though. In the original Japanese, it's just straight up some of Tsunade's booze. Number 16. Speaking of edits, Asuma Saratobi had the cherry of his cigarette removed during his appearances in the early parts of the show. Apparently someone at Cartoon Network decided that it didn't count as chain smoking if the cigarette wasn't actually lit. Number 17. For some meta trivia, Naruto ended with a reference to one of the other big three shonen manga, One Piece. In the final chapter, graffiti in the shape of the Straw Hat Pirate's Jolly Roger is painted onto Naruto's Hokage mural. This is likely in response to the One Piece author slipping in a reference to Naruto in some cover artwork as the series neared its end. Number 18. In fact, Sanji in One Piece was almost named Naruto until the Naruto manga premiered. Thankfully, One Piece author Eiichiro Oda changed the name, as it would have sucked if these two series worked against each other. Number 19. The weekly releases of Naruto forced author Masashi Kishimoto to wait a decade to go on his honeymoon. While he got married about 5 years into the manga's publication, he didn't want to put the series on break to travel with his wife. That's some serious dedication, although fans would have forgiven him for a mini hiatus. Number 20. If you've only checked out the Naruto anime, you might not know that more than a third of the original series is filler, or content that doesn't appear in the manga. Similarly, about 40% of Naruto Shippuden also doesn't come from the manga and is therefore non-canonical. Number 21. While we're on these meta facts, Naruto is one of the best-selling manga of all time, moving more than 230 million copies. At the time of putting this video together, it's only beaten out by Golgo 13, Dragon Ball, and One Piece. 22. Even though the female version of himself that Naruto transforms into throughout the series doesn't have a canon name, fans have dubbed her Naruko. This comes from the first part of the titular ninja's name, and Ko, which is a common ending to Japanese girls' names. Number 23. The German release of Naruto censored out a lot of weapons due to the country's laws regarding depictions of violent imagery. This is the source for the heavily memed image of Zabuza standing on air, when he should be on his sword. Number 24. Characters in Naruto wear open-toed sandals as opposed to boots because Kishimoto likes drawing toes. Number 25. The Akatsuki member Kakuzu's attack names are a reference to the Mobile Suit Gundam mecha franchise. For instance, his Jeongu attack is named after the legless Gundam found in the series. Number 26. Sasuke's second outfit only appears briefly during the Chunin exam and search for Tsunade arcs, as Kishimoto found the elbow and knee pads cumbersome to draw. Number 27. Kishimoto also changed Gaara's design in the Sasuke retrieval arc for the same reason. Those wrappings were just too much of a pain. Number 28. Gaara's look here was also inspired by the Matrix movies, which Kishimoto is a fan of. Number 29. Speaking of Kishimoto, he has a twin named Seishi Kishimoto, who's also a mangaka and is best known for the 666 Satan series. Number 30. Seishi was accused of plagiarizing Naruto several times, until he explained that he and his brother grew up watching the same media and therefore have similar inspirations. Number 31. Kaiju movies also inspired the series, with fights between giant summons becoming more common as the anime went on. Number 32. Kishimoto is also reportedly a fan of the works of American director Quentin Tarantino, who's famous for films like Reservoir Dogs, Pulp Fiction, and Django Unchained. This might explain why Naruto features some zanier characters and infrequent bouts of intense gore. Number 33. Similar to Android 17 and 18 appearing in Dragon Ball Z due to editor feedback, Orochimaru interrupted the Chunin exams due to the input from Kishimoto's editors. Number 34. Kishimoto also put few romantic elements in Naruto, as he wasn't confident in his ability to write that kind of story. Number 35. The author also had a hard time fitting Sasuke into the story as his motivations were so specific, which explains his absence in the early parts of Naruto Shippuden. Number 36. The final battle between Naruto and Sasuke was planned from the beginning though, with Kishimoto saying he knew their friendship would be the focal point of the story. Number 37. Kishimoto's favorite female character is Hinata. This only adds further evidence that Kishimoto planned on pairing the two off from the start of the series. Number 38. Shifting back to characters, Killer Bee was originally going to fight more like a wrestler, but this was scrapped for his more distinctive sword fighting. Number 39. This element of the character is still present in his and A's lightning release double lariat attack though. Number 40. Building on this, A and Killer Bee were known as the strongest tag team, an idea that originates from professional wrestling. Number 41. Choji's dad, Choza, was part of the group that wanted to kill Naruto in the first chapter of the manga. Number 42. In a very early draft of the series, Naruto wasn't a ninja, but instead an apprentice chef at a ramen restaurant. This version of the series would have focused on Naruto learning how to work with the standoffish head chef. Number 43. The ramen shop in Naruto, Ichiraku Ramen, is based on a real-life ramen shop that Kishimoto would frequently dine at while in college. Number 44. The scroll in Sasuke's room references the anime director in the manga and Kishimoto in the anime. Number 45. Gaara's brother, Kankuro, is named after a famous kabuki actor known for using puppets during performances. Number 46. Kankuro is also a common word for crow in Japanese, which is likely why his original puppet is named Crow. Number 47. The one-tailed beast sealed inside Gaara, Shukaku, is based on the tanuki found in Japanese folklore. However, Shukaku doesn't seem to be able to fly or shapeshift like traditional tanuki. Number 48. In fact, Shukaku is named after a priest thought to be a tanuki in an old Japanese fable, where he uses magic to make a teapot that never runs empty. Number 49. Gaara's sash in his original outfit is red in the manga, while it was changed to white in the anime. Number 50. The kanji on Gaara's forehead means love, which the guy definitely could have used more while growing up, just like Naruto. Number 51. Naruto's parents weren't intended to be in the story until Kishimoto became a father himself. Number 52. In fact, Naruto wasn't even planned on being the son of the 4th Hokage, Minato, which would explain why the character is barely referenced in the early parts of the series. Number 53. Naruto's blonde hair was originally meant to denote his status as an outsider in the Hidden Leaf Village. However, Kishimoto quickly began giving characters a variety of different hair colors to make them more visually distinct. Number 54. The Akatsuki member Hidan was supposed to have a longer fight against Shikamaru, but it was cut short so that the story could transition back to Sasuke more quickly. Number 55. Pain never interacted directly with the Hidden Rain Village. All his messages came through Konan. Number 56. Pain and the 5th Hokage Tsunade were supposed to fight during the invasion of the village, but this was removed to expedite Naruto's arrival. Number 57. Pain's Rinnegan also has a drastically different design in its first appearance in the Naruto anime. Number 58. There are exactly 700 chapters in the Naruto manga. Number 59. Naruto's name comes from Naruto Maki, a topping on ramen with a distinctive spiral shape. Number 60. Naruto's last name, Uzumaki, continues this spiral theme, as it literally means spiral in Japanese. Number 61. Naruto's iconic Rasengan also advances this motif, it being a contained ball of spiraling chakra. Number 62. Coincidentally, Junji Ito's prolific horror manga, Uzumaki, released 1 year prior to Naruto, and the two were conceived entirely independently from each other. Number 63. Uzumaki is the last name of Naruto's mom, Kushina, as well as the name of a clan known for powerful sealing jutsu. Naruto was given his mother's maiden name to obscure his connection to the 4th Hokage. Number 64. Naruto's father's full name is Minato Namikaze, and his last name means waves and wind in Japanese. Number 65. Taka member Karine also had some connection to the Uzumaki clan, denoted by her possession of the clan's distinctive red hair and ability to manifest chakra chains. Number 66. While Kakashi's face is hidden throughout nearly the entirety of Naruto, it was shown in the tie-in story, Book of Wind. He has a birthmark and is unsurprisingly hot. Number 67. The Seven Tails, Chome, is a beetle-like monster with only one traditional tail. However, its 6 wings also contribute to its tail count. Number 68. Chome also looks drastically different in flashbacks, as it was in a larval state as a child. It's still as cute as the rest of the baby-tailed beasts though. Number 69. Chome's vessel, Fu, is one of the few canon characters to share their name with another canon character in the series. She and root member Fu Yamanaka have the same name, although they're spelt with different Japanese kanji. Number 70. Sasuke's connection to hawks was first established in the color illustration of the first chapter of the manga. Though he wouldn't summon one for hundreds of chapters, he's riding one in this artwork. Number 71. Sasuke's most powerful lightning release attack, Kirin, is named after a forest god, like the one seen in the Studio Ghibli film Princess Mononoke. However, Kirin is also the Japanese word for giraffe. Number 72. Each Akatsuki member is meant to give off the impression of being a monster. This is most clearly seen in Kisame's shark-like appearance, Zetsu's Venus flytrap motif, and Pain's heavily pierced corpse puppets. Number 73. The villainous group in the Sasuke retrieval arc, known as the Sound 4, technically consists of 5 members. This is because Sakon and Ukon usually share a single body with their Kekkei Genkai. Number 74. Things get even more confusing though when you consider that the group was originally called the Sound 5 before Kimimaro fell ill and retired, so this group originally had 6 members total. Number 75. After every member of the group perishes, Kabuto reveals that he collected samples of their DNA and integrated it into his body. This allows him to use each of their unique abilities, including Kimimaro's bone-related Kekkei Genkai. Number 76. Kimimaro's distinctive technique of pulling bones out of his body stems from his connection to the Kaguya clan, making him a direct descendant of Kaguya Otsutsuki, who uses a much deadlier version of this technique. Number 77. Speaking of, Kaguya is directly based on Princess Kaguya from the Japanese folk story The Tale of the Bamboo Cutter. Number 78. Her attacks are also distinctly labeled as Kekkei Mora, implying that her techniques are the original jutsu that her descendants would later iterate upon. This fits narratively with Kaguya being the first character to control chakra in Naruto's world. Number 79. While Kekkei Genkai are most commonly associated with techniques tied to a specific clan, hidden jutsu are secret techniques passed down within a clan. These inherited techniques include the Nara clan's shadow manipulation jutsu and the Akamichi's multi-size technique. Number 80. In fact, hidden jutsu can be more difficult for some enemy ninja to steal, as the techniques must be taught while ocular Kekkei Genkai like the Sharingan can just be implanted in someone's body. Number 81. Speaking of the Nara clan, Shikamaru is likely the smartest character in Naruto, with an IQ of over 200. His mentor Asuma was so impressed with Shikamaru's intellect that he thought the young man would become Hokage if he applied himself more. Number 82. Also, while Shikamaru became the first Chunin out of the Konoha 11, he would be surpassed in ranking by Neji in Naruto Shippuden, who became the first Jonin out of the group. Number 83. While ninja ranks are generally sorted into 4 main categories, those being Genin, Chunin, Jonin, and Kage, there's a subcategory called Tokubetsu Jonin. These are individuals who specialize in one specific category, like how Ibiki Morino is a master of interrogation. Number 84. Sai also earned the rank of Chubu sometime after the 4th Shinobi War and the last, Naruto the movie, but it's not entirely clear what that position entails or what criteria he met to earn it. Number 85. Fittingly, the kanji at the center of the explosive tags commonly used by ninja means explode. Number 86. Kakashi and Sasuke's iconic Chidori technique derives its name from the sound it makes. The lightning released in the technique sounds like chirping birds, with Chidori meaning 1,000 birds in Japanese. Number 87. The hand seals necessary to perform the jutsu in Naruto are based on the animals found in the Chinese zodiac. Number 88. However, there are some seals unique to specific jutsu, and a ninja practiced enough in a technique doesn't always need to make all the seals. For instance, by the end of the series, Naruto just needs to cross his middle and index fingers, a unique hand seal, to create shadow clones. Number 89. Non-human entities have also been seen using hand seals throughout the Naruto franchise, like Madara Susanoo making a seal to summon a meteorite, and the Ten Tails making a seal while preparing an attack. Number 90. The water release Water Dragon Bullet Jutsu holds the record for the most hand seals performed before its execution, that being 44 hand seals in its first appearance, although later uses of the technique would require far fewer seals for its preparation. Number 91. When the 7 ninja swordsmen of the mist are reincarnated during the 4th Shinobi World War, only Mangetsu and Fuguki do not have their swords. As we know Samehada was wielded by Fuguki, this suggests that Mangetsu used to fight with Hiramekare, the sword now used by Chojuro. Number 92. Mangetsu is also Suigetsu's older brother, meaning that the latter was likely motivated to collect all their swords so that he could surpass him. The two are also likely related to the second Mizukage, Gengetsu Hozuki, as they're all part of the same clan and can all use the liquidation technique. Number 93. Although Tsunade uses a transformation technique to appear young, she's actually about 51 when she premieres in Naruto, making her between 53 and 54 during the events of Naruto Shippuden. Number 94. While the third Hokage, Hiruzen Sarutobi, is the first character in the series referred to as the God of Shinobi to the audience, this title is held by two of his predecessors. The first Hokage, Hashirama Senju, previously held this moniker, as did the Sage of Six Paths, Hagoromo Osotsuki. Number 95. While we know that Kaguya is Hagoromo's mother, little is known about his father. Only appearing in the anime, Tenji, an emperor of the Land of Ancestors, is heavily implied to be Kaguya's lover and Hagoromo's father. Number 96. Little is also known about Hagoromo's twin brother, Hamura Otsutsuki. After the two sealed Kaguya, Hamura traveled to the moon, which she was sealed in to watch over her, and apparently started a ninja clan there. Number 97. As the moon was created by these brothers, Kaguya used a moon from one of her pocket dimensions to cast her infinite Tsukiyomi, long before the start of the main storyline. Number 98. While the Rasengan is a technique that only a handful of people in Naruto can use, there are a whopping 25 variants or techniques derived from it, or 26 if we count the tailed beast ball that it's derived from. Number 99. Seaweed is the most popular ramen topping at Ichiraku Ramen until the 4th Shinobi World War, when it's replaced by Naruto Maki. Number 100. Despite being derived from Sasuke's Lion combo, Naruto's Naruto Uzumaki combo has a higher difficulty ranking due to his incorporation of the Shadow Clone Jutsu. There you have it, 100 facts about the Naruto anime and manga. Please let us know what you thought of this video in the comments and give it a like if you enjoyed it. Also be sure to let us know if we missed any great trivia or if you'd like us to dig up 100 more facts about another anime. Did you enjoy your video? Be sure to check out these other great videos from the Amagi and make sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.